Okay. It is the one and only Ronin the Traveler, man. Thank you guys for rocking out with the channel. Man, had to refix this whole dub, man. When I went to edit the video, the sound had got messed up. But we gonna do it right here on the fly, man. Shout out to you brothers from New York, man. You see I'm rocking their navy blue and white, man. And this question comes from one of the brothers. Name is Chris. He said, Ronin, man, been watching the channel. Do you really think Latinas are more feminine than black women? And so tell me why. Well, look, I don't want to go Latina against black women because there's many black Latinas. So let's say South American and Caribbean culture versus North American culture, man. Because in North American culture, I'm going to even put, like, you know, just the Western world, man. Hell yeah, man. Let me tell you something, man. Because everything is culture. It's not really race as much, man. Now, race has certain things to do with it, but the culture, man, because you can get a chick from the States and she's just gonna naturally be more masculine than a chick from South America. And look, I have met women in the Caribbean who have been masculine and feminist too. You just don't see as much of them, or they hide it well, man. But most of the women that I have met, man, I've dated Dominicans, Colombians, and one sexy ass Venezuelan, man. Man, that woman went back to Venezuela. I was in there. I was in the house singing Luther Vandross, man. Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? But I was missing her. Look, if I wasn't scared, I would have went to Venezuela, man. I would move to Venezuela behind that woman, man. She was the baddest I had ever seen. She's the baddest Latin woman I have ever seen, ever had. That woman's skin was so beautiful. Her eyes were glowing, man. She had like desert brown eyes. I mean, it was the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen, man. Gorgeous woman. But man, and that's the thing. Listen, if you brothers are into that melanin, oh man, just, man, South of America, man, you got everything you want. See, my favorite women on the planet, dude, are Afro-Latinas and East Africans. Man, those are my two, those two right there, man. Shut the block down. And look, you got pretty women in the States, but man, they just come with a lot of bags. And it's not all women, because I got homies that marry feminine women, but that's the thing. The feminine women in America are already married, man. You go on these dating sites, man, you're dealing with some hostility, man. Look, even my mail lady, man, she made me laugh the other day. Me and her was talking, and she was telling me about all the mailmen that like her, and she didn't want no mailman. I'm like, you a freaking mail lady. This is somebody on your level. I laughed. She's like, I don't want no mailman. See, that's the problem. Women don't, she didn't want to date a man on her level. She wanted bigger and better. I'm like, but this person she couldn't even see what I was saying, man. So I learned that, listen, people don't listen to you, don't argue with them. I'm like, all right, go ahead. You can keep living your life. And I went on about my business, but this is that Western way of thinking that a lot of women have. And even my own sister, I was telling her, she got like the perfect dude, and she like, well, he just don't take charge, and I'm like, if he does that, then you're gonna have a problem with that, man. I said, you got a good guy, he's a good provider, you got just be happy with what you got. Stop trying to go find greener grass when you could just water the grass in your yard. And she started laughing. I'm like, nah, that's the problem, man. You're looking at him being to you not strong enough, but you yourself are too strong. You need to drop down a few notches. And that's the thing with the West, man. The women, especially in our community, man, we have many sisters, not all, but too many, man, that are very strong, man. And this stuff is pushed, man. And you got to understand, man, culture is everything. And somebody is behind the scenes pushing it in America, man. So people think that feminine traits are bad now. Like, well, the things that made us man and female are being changed in America. And like feminine traits now are looked down on. They even look at them like just a negative stereotype, man. these nurturing, gentle, soft cooperation, man, these things were just awesome, man. There's nothing in the world. That's why when you see a man come to the DR, and even if he's meeting one of the mangoes, she makes him feel like $100. He feels good when he leaves. He gets that reset. And listen, those dudes only feeling that surface level. Man, when you get to stay in the DR for months at a time and you really find a good chick, this one will take care of you so good, man. When I'm home in the DR, man, I wake up to fresh squeezed mangoes every day. I'm talking about real mango. We got a tree in the yard, man. This woman cooks every day, or her mother cooks. I mean, these things are great. This is the energy that I like. And you know, different people like different things, man, but I love that cooperation. That's all I ever wanted, man. My whole situation in the States was trying to find peace and happiness, man, because when I was married, I wasn't happy, but I was happy. I had my kids. We lived the American dream. I bought us a 4-bedroom house on the lake, but she was never happy. She was always had this look in her eye like there's something else, like I can do better. I'm like, we're doing better than 90% of the world, but it still wasn't good enough. And that's a space that some people have, man, in the States, man. Women always feel like in the States, I'm just talking about the ones I've met, they always felt like they could do better than the person that they with. That's why you're seeing right now in society, especially in the West, women been married to a guy for years. I talk to dudes every day about this. Hey man, I came home, my wife just said she wants a divorce. You know, we have everything, but this is the thing, man. Social media pushing. She's seeing some guy she done went to school with in 87. You're like, damn, Teresa, you look good. And she liked that feeling, and she runs off, man. And these things are happening. So dudes are going to court, getting jacked, drug over the coals, and then they start searching, and they don't know how they feeling, and they find us, man, and they come to the passport movement. And that's why I push the passport, because the passport movement is a movement that did something. A lot of dudes just fuss about the situation in the West, and they sit there and they just fuss, man. They don't move forward. But the passport movement, the brothers were like, hey, okay, we don't like this, let's go somewhere else and weigh our options, man. And that's what was a better thing for me, because this guy told me this story before about, and I'm changing the subject a little bit, but I'm gonna tell you how men are in America, especially in the black community. Look, a guy was walking by and he talked to this farmer. So the farmer sitting on the porch, and the farmer has a hunting dog, and the hunting dog is going woo 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 woo. He said, man, what's wrong with your dog? He said, my dog's sitting on the kneel. He said, why don't the dog get off the kneel? And the farmer tells him, the kneel doesn't hurt enough for him to move. It only hurts enough for him to holler. And this is how things are with us. We complain about a lot of things, but it don't hurt enough yet to make that move. So man, make the moves in your life, man. There's other women who will give you what you want, man. Look, you can get that sensitivity, man, that cooperation, man, that compassion, man, that nurturing. These women will give you what you want. I just tell men, take your time finding it. But first, start finding yourself. Start finding what you really want for yourself, man. And I can promise you, man, everything will be good for you, man. But answering your question, hell yeah. I know I went off on a little bit of a tangent, brother, but I'm telling you, the women in Latin America are awesome. Latinas I met in the States, a lot of them got a lot of the same traits as modern women everywhere else, you know. But I'm telling you, man, you come to the DR and you get away from like the tourist spots, man, run away from the tourist areas, go only stay in the tourist areas to have fun, man, and you will find some of the sweetest women, man. You hit some of these little country towns, oh man, outskirts of Santo Domingo and these places, man, there's women that, the Dominican Republic is big, man. It's way bigger than, you know, just Santo Domingo and Sosua, man. It is huge. And it got so many different flavors, man. And that's just that. You go to Colombia, all these little towns, man. One of my boys just married a woman from Ecuador. Wonderful woman. He moved to Ecuador. He's like, I refuse to bring her back. Moved to Ecuador, he's happy. So you're seeing more and more men, not just black men, all men now are running. They going all over the world, and that's why people hates on this movement. That's why you got all the plantation bucks, man, getting mad, man. And I tell them, man, don't be mad. You should be happy. There's more women for you. But you know what? They don't want them neither. And that's the problem. We're doing some things that they can't do, man, because we are solution-based, man. Most of the dudes you're going to meet along your travel, man, you're going to see these guys are smart, man. Dudes are very smart. These guys is traveling, man. So, man, I hope I answered you, man. I land back in the Dominican Republic next week. Man, I cannot wait. I missed all the fun in Sosua for this Halloween weekend, man, because my house closing got pushed back, but I will be there next week. Man, I want to give a shout out, man, to MAB, man, the brother Marcus that bought me a bottle, man, of that Johnny Walker, man. So, man, I really appreciate you doing that, man. We gonna definitely have time to link up, man. And shout out to all you guys joining the Blue Book Passport Cartel. Man, this means so much to me, man, to see this group growing and brothers in there. You guys, for a few guys, be trolling, but it's small, man, compared to many of these groups, man. And I just want to say this, man, this is about the group. Any of you brothers that create content, this is not my group, it's our group. Post your videos, man. We almost got 3,000 people in there. It's growing really, really fast, man. You know how powerful that is? As it grows, and if we keep supporting each other, we can travel all over this world, man. So I just wanted to say that, man. We are out, man. Thank all you guys for rocking out with me, man. Thank you guys for buying the merch. People buying those cartel shirts, man. Remember, the cartel is the passport movement / men's rights. That's what we about, man. Thank you guys, and I'm out.